That was racist to Americans.
All right. We should be live on YouTube, I think. Just check YouTube real quick, see if we're up and live, and if you could hear me.
Where
Uh,
is it? Like important info,
um, it should
or where
be.
is it? Or important links?
No, I got it. I'll
Okay,
I'll I'll
but
copy it.
okay, neither or is like even existent in this server, so ignore me.
Okay, hold on.
Okay,
I'm gonna put it in general chat for everyone.
all right,
All right, we're live on YouTube, y'all. All right,
cool.
all right, ladies and gentlemen. Um, we've made it. Um, we've made it. We have made it here to the season 3 kickoff show for CMTL, and we are here at the CMTL headquarters here in Baltimore, Maryland, with a couple of trucks you may recognize. Behind us, we have Orbital Revenge, Freedom Fighter, and Monochrome Moth to my left. And right next to me are two amazing human beings that are serving as admins. I have Brady Bauer on my left, and I have Gavin Ashroth on my right. How does it feel to be here at CMTL headquarters for the kickoff show? I'm going to start with you, Brady.
Honestly, it feels good. Season 3 hopefully should be a memorable season. Very excited, and hopefully you guys have fun and enjoy the season.
What about you, Gavin?
Man, it feels great. We're CMTO's back. I'm sure everyone's excited to see what we have in store for this season. So I hope you all enjoy.
And before we get on with the kickoff show, first things first, I really want to thank you all for showing your support going into the season. We turned 48 signups into 84, and I'm beyond proud of that. And I cannot wait for the start of the season. So, yeah, let's get on with it. For those of you that are just joining in the call or on YouTube, welcome again to the season 3 kickoff show. My name is JJ Bennett, alongside Brady Bauer and Gavin Ashroff. Let's introduce our CMTL admins. We have myself serving as the host and owner, and I'm going to be in control of graphics. Then we have Brady Bauer, who's going to be the co-owner of the tour. He's going to be handling tracks. So is Gavin. He's going to be handling tracks. Wyatt Get's going to be in control of server moderation. And then Tyler Wicklander is going to be in control of the digital promotion for a special surprise that you guys are going to be seeing later. Gavin, take it away with our season 3 theme song.
Savior by Rise Against will be the song that you'll be hearing all throughout season 3 of CMTL season 3 Rebirth. So that is your official season 3 theme song.
Now, obviously, to make a tour existent, we'd like to thank our sponsors. We have a couple of sponsors who decided to help us out into this Rebirth season. So let's give you all a round of applause and let's reveal you right now. We'd like to thank Fluxer Energy, Blocks Monsters, Alcazar Metal Fabrication, Wicklander Candle Company, Western Crown Concepts, Roblox Recreations, and Death Row Coffee Company. Thank you all for your support of CMTL. Now, before we get into the kickoff show, let's recap the last full season of CMTL, Season 2, one of the most memorable seasons that I've ever hosted. So let's give some recognition to some champions. Now, our champions from our previous full season, we have to give some recognition to Aiden Vow in Doing World Order. He won the Stadium Tour Orange and the World Finals Freestyle Championship. We had Jake Keys win the Stadium Tour Green and the World Finals Racing Championship. And some people may have forgotten that Matthew Henderson in M Town Police won the last slot competition back in New Orleans. So, round of applause for you guys. Congratulations. And can't wait to see you all this season. Now, Brady, Gavin, it's time to reveal some lineups. Are you guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Oh, definitely, man. Let's do it. Let's reveal.
Well, without any further ado, Mr. Gavin Ashroth, let's introduce our first tour as part of our new expansion.
Now, for the first time, we in CMTL we are introducing arena tours, starting off with Arena Tour One highlighted in green. And as you can see on the state map, we have states along there for this tour that is going to states along like Florida, um, Illinois, North Dakota, New York, etc. Now, for your official schedule for Arena Tour One, as you can see, there's 7 stops. For round one, we will be going to Brooklyn, New York. For round two, we will be going to Stafford Springs. For round three, we will go to Fargo, North Dakota. For round four, we will go to Rosemont, Illinois. For round five, we will go to Newark, New Jersey. Round six, Worcester. And for your final stop, your finale for Arena Tour One will be Tampa, Florida.
Well, Gavin, it's time. Are you ready to reveal the field of Arena Tour 1?
Let's do it.
All right, Gavin, take it away.
For your first set of drivers, Beasting, driven by Joseph Rodriguez. Border Patrol, driven by Jory Ortega. Death Wish, driven by, sorry if I say your name wrong, Arik Taylor. East Train, driven by King Narcissus. Expo 16, driven by Brianna Rose. Hector's Hot Cotton, driven by Hector McGuffey. Peacemaker, driven by Chris Sierra. Runaway, driven by Alex Black. Shot Ready, driven by Dustin King. Splattershot, driven by Calliope Alloy. Moving on to the next set, your final four. Summertime Blizzard, driven by Rafael Toronto. Sushi Roller, driven by Ethan McLaughlin. And your final two, Swamp Rat, driven by Noah Terrell. And Valor 45, driven by Sean Romo.
Well, Gavin, thank you for introducing our Arena Tour 1 field. Now, I'm going to start with you, Brady. For this Arena Tour 1 field, who do you see taking home the series win from Arena Tour 1?
Um, it's hard to really say because there's not a lot of people that you really know on this series because a lot of them are rookies. But there are two people that come to mind, that being Joseph Rodriguez and Calliope Alloy. You can make strong arguments for both. However, I think whoever's going to be pulling up this series, I think that is going to be Calliope Alloy.
Yeah, for me, those two names definitely stick out. And you know what? I'm actually going to roll with your prediction. I'm within the mind of either Calliope Alloy in Splattershot or Joseph Rodriguez in Beasting. You know, both of them have been really talented in arenas, and I just feel like if they can bring that experience to this tour, you know, one of them will be able to walk away with the series championship. What about you, Gavin?
I believe Joseph Rodriguez will come out on top for Arena Tour One. I believe he has experience. He's very familiar with arenas. He's been in the OMJ game for a minute, and I believe he's the one that's going to come out on top.
Well, that was that was our first arena out of two. Yes, I just introduced the second one. Um, Brady, without any further ado, take it away with our second tour.
All right, for our second tour, we got Arena Tour 2 highlighted in red. And the states that we will be heading to for this series will be in Washington State, California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and New Mexico. For our schedule, we will be stopping first at Salt Lake City, Utah, followed by Reno, Nevada. The third stop will be in Las Vegas, then Albuquerque, New Mexico. Fifth stop will be in Tucson, Arizona. Round 6 will be Bakersfield, California. And then to finalize the tour, we'll be going to Tacoma, Washington.
Well, let's reveal the field for Arena Tour 2.
All right, to kick off this tour in the lineup, we got Dwayne Bryant in Bare Metal, John Steven in Blackout, John Johnson in Dark Omen, Phoenix Meyer in Chevrolet Dynamite, Justin Depew in Exterminator, Christian Torres in Feathered Fighter, Lyro Sierra in Grande Getaway, Lachlan Summerall in Killswitch, AJ Olvera in Mariachi, and Tristan McGinnis in Octoshot. And then for our final set of drivers here, we got Bryce Martinez in Payback, Jackson Schlett in Radioactive, Justin Feliz in Reptilian, and Ethan Rupel in Wildfire.
Well, that was definitely a group of arena drivers. I'm going to start off the predictions here for this series. I have my eye on one driver, actually on two drivers. I'm between Jackson Schlett in Radioactive and Ethan Rupel in Wildfire. I feel like those two have increased their talent as of late, and I feel like either one of those two will walk away with the series championship. What about you, Brady?
I think, me personally, there's one guy on this series that has been flying under the radar in a lot of tours. I think that will be Jackson Schlett in Radioactive, and he will be taking home the series.
What about you, Gavin?
I'm looking at Ethan Rupel's name, Wildfire. I've seen him drive a couple of times. He has been improving his driving, and I believe he will come out on top for Arena Tour 2.
Well, that wraps up our arena tours. I wonder how y'all like those arena tours. You know, it's a mix of little mix of veterans and a little mix of rookies. You know, here and there, but you know what you all came for, and that is the stadium tours. So, without any further ado, Gavin, please introduce our first stadium tour.
For our first stadium tour, we'll be having Stadium Tour 1 highlighted in orange. And as you can see on the state map, we have states like Florida, Louisiana, Georgia, Missouri, Minnesota, New Jersey, and Massachusetts. Now, for our official Stadium Tour 1 schedule, round one, we will be going, well, actually, we will be going on a Florida tour for the first two stops. For round one, we will be going to Tampa, Florida, going to next door neighbor, Orlando, Florida. Moving on to round three, we will be having New Orleans, Louisiana, onto the Superdome, a stadium with a lot of history. For round four, St. Louis, Missouri. Round five, Atlanta. Round six, Foxborough. Round seven, Minneapolis. And for the finale, we have East Rutherford.
Well, Brady, let's introduce our field of 28 for Stadium Tour 1.
All right, to kick off this lineup, we got Jake Keys in Bombshell, Kyle Charna in Detonator, Christian Carrera in Electrified, David Bartholomew in Final Impact, Julian DeShazer in Fishing for Gold, by Rayon Smith in Heartless Madness, Omar Camacho in Glitch, Ryan Miranda in Go Cubs Go, Elliot Miller in Homewrecker, Anthony David in Lost Cause, Matthew Henderson in M-Town Police, and William Connolly in Machine Head. Then for our next page of drivers here, we got Tehan White in Marietta Scorcher, Ethan Garnell in Mexican Mohawk, Gabe Clemens in Michigan Moonshine, Isaiah Bailey in Monster Energy Wendigo, Ricky Dutcher in Newark Nightmare, Skylar Gregory in No Trouble, got JJ Bennett, the CEO himself, in Orbital Revenge, Nick Miller in Rattlesnake, Jack Youngblood in Rusted, Robert O'Neill in Shots Fired, Timothy James in Stitched, Cody Black in Stormstrider. And then to finalize this lineup, we got Joey Maddox in Terabyte, Kyron Chappell in Vigilant Vendetta, Aiden Val in Widowmaker, and Connor Smith in Zero Gravity.
Holy moly. That's all I have to say for this stadium tour. What a lineup. So Brady, I'm going to start with you on this prediction. This is one of our stacked tours out of 2 that we have. This large field, who do you see walking out with the series championship?
Me personally, it's between 2 drivers, that being Jake Keys in Bombshell and Aiden Val in Widowmaker. But I think this man's going to get a 2-peat from the last season. It's going to be Aiden Val and Widowmaker.
What about you, Gavin?
Well, I'm gonna have to agree with Brady here. Aiden Val, bad fast driver. I've seen him double down before. He's just one of the best out there, and I think he will take Stadium Tour 1.
Now, for my predictions here, you already know I'm not going to be biased, so I'm not going to pick myself. But I have my eye on 2 drivers here. I have my eye on 2 world champions here from this tour. I have my eye on Jake Keys in Bombshell and Aiden Val in Widowmaker. Either one of those 2 are my picks to win this series because this series is incredibly stacked. And like I said, those 2 came off of World Finals championships in CMTL World Finals 2 and Series championships. So I have a feeling one of those 2 will take home the Series championship. Now, obviously, we just introduced our first stadium tour out of 2. So let's introduce our second stadium tour out of 2. So Brady, take that away.
All right, for our second stadium tour, we got Stadium Tour 2 highlighted in purple. And the states we'll be heading to for this series will be Washington State, California, Nevada, Utah, Arizona, and Texas. And for our schedule, we are going to be starting off in Houston, Texas, followed by El Paso, Texas. Then we're going to move up to the Pacific Northwest in Seattle, Washington, and then move down for Anaheim, California, followed by the 5th stop being Santa Clara, California. And then the 6th stop will be in Salt Lake City, Utah. 7th stop will be in Las Vegas, Nevada. And then to finalize this schedule, we'll be stopping in Glendale, Arizona.
Well, to introduce the first slide out of 3, Brady, take it away.
All right, for our first set of drivers here for Stadium Tour 2, we got Wyatt McCarron in American Wheels, Jake Pearl in Blitzkrieg, Max Soto in Blue Moon, Pat D'Amico in Bone Biter, Haas Hoffman in Border Crusher, Derek Gonzalez in B Prume's Racing Parts, excuse me, Chad Baker's in Freedom Fighter, Gavin Astaroth in Gear Maniac, Jacob Shilagi in Ghost, Rigo Barajas in Guac and Roll, got Jeff Ratliff in Guilty as Sin, and Brandon Hale in Gigabyte Frenzy.
Now I'll take over these final 2 slides. To start off, we have Chet Shaw in Into the Storm. Then we have one of the most unique trucks ever, Michael Alonso in Jamaican Me Crazy. Then we have D'Anthony Halburn in Creighton. Then we have Monochrome Moth driven by Joanna Wilson. Mortis Game is going to be returning with JC Wetterling behind the wheel. Old Timer is going to be on Stadium Tour 2 with Trenton Murphy. Overtime with Jack Diaz behind the wheel. Tyler Wicklander is going to be driving Pretty Slick. No Gun Permit. Joe Permit is going to be driving Rapid Fire. Max Halpert is going to be driving Revenge. Benjamin Lacuna is going to be driving Silver Bullet. And the Texas Trouble Motorsports owner, Brandon Alcazar, is going to be piloting Solo Cowboy. And then to round it out, it is going to be Max Kerouac in Speed Demon, a to-be-determined truck for Wyatt Leggett, yourself, Brady, in Tropical Carnage, and to round things out for Stadium Tour 2, it is going to be Mason Satterthwaite in Vertigo. Now, holy moly, that was quite a Stadium Tour, just as stacked as Stadium Tour 1. So, Brady, I'm going to start with you. Well, actually, Brady and Gavin, I wouldn't want to be biased if I were you. But, Brady, I would start with you. Who do you see taking home the series win?
Me personally, the person that I think will be taking home this series championship will be Max Halpert in Revenge.
What about you, Gavin?
I will be going with Michael Alonso and Jamaica me crazy. He's one of the fastest I've seen in racing, and I know he has what it takes to win Stadium Tour 2.
Now, I have my eye on two drivers here. I am between Max Halpert and Revenge, and a dark horse for me for this series is actually going to be Chad Baker's in Freedom Fighter. You know, he had one of the most insane seasons back in season 2, and he was claiming freestyle win after freestyle win after freestyle win, but he just couldn't get the series win. But I have a feeling if he, powers through, he can definitely get this series win. So I'm between Max and Chad here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, those were our series lineups, but I know we have a little bit more to give you all here. We have a little bit more info to show. So now it's the moment you've all been waiting for. You all ready? Can I get a drum roll?
Indeed, get a drum roll.
The hell are you doing here?
Look at that gooner.
Okay, buddy.
Bro, who invited him?
Anyway, seriously, now it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The big question is, who's ready to find out about CMTL Worlds Finals 3? All right, let's get the real drum roll up in here. Brady, where is CMTL World Finals 3 going?
CMTL World Finals 3 will be going to Daytona International Speedway in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Yes, we are going to be going to Daytona for World Finals 3. Y'all are not ready for this World Finals. This World Finals is going to be hella peak. Y'all ain't ready for it. Gavin, take it away with our World Finals guideline.
No, CMTL World Finals 3 will feature 36 of the best in CMTL main field drivers, 20 last slot drivers, and one large turf.
And the question that remains is going to be, what is that, Gavin?
The real question is who will insert themselves into victory lane at World Finals 3 for CMTL at Daytona International Speedway? Who will come out as champions?
Well, obviously, it was great to reveal all this stuff to you and reveal all the stadium tours and reveal about World Finals and just everything in between. So thank you all for joining the Kickoff show. I want to wish you all luck for this season. And right now, we're going to be going into a small Q&A session in the general chat. Any questions that you have regarding the tour, you could ask me, you could ask Brady, you can ask Gavin, anything in between, you could just ask me. Roles will be handed out momentarily after the kickoff. Arena Tour 1 is going to be on Fridays. Stadium Tour 1 is going to be on Saturdays. Stadium Tour 2 is going to be on Sundays. And Arena Tour 2 is going to be on Mondays. Spreadsheet will be dropped as soon as the stream's over. More likely than not, Lyro, there probably will be. Noah, to answer your question, we're gonna kind of do like a mixed variation of pods and other, interesting stuff. We're gonna make the arena tour fun for all drivers. Hoss, to answer your question, uh, every freestyle order that's gonna be happening throughout the tour is just gonna be based on racing results. Uh, Anthony, to answer your question, yes, there will be. We're not like NMJ who shuffle. No disrespect to John, obviously. But yeah. There's gonna be no subs. If you don't show, you don't show. But I made sure in announcements that if you were to sign up, then that's showing that you're actually gonna show up. Um, uh, Joey, to answer your question, maybe. We haven't thought about it. Chad later. I'm kidding. um, uh, Pat, I'm not sure what you mean by that. By the way, there is something that that I want to reveal to you all. This was in the works by Tyler. I know I mentioned it a lot, but the thing that Tyler has been creating is the official CMTL website. CMTL now has a website where you can check all your stats. You could check your schedule. You could check the sponsors. You can check uh you could check all the drivers. You could check the trucks. Anything and everything CMTL related is gonna be on there. So Tyler will be dropping that in server announcements, but don't ping everyone about it. Tyler will be sending that website link in server announcements, and then I will forward it on to important docs. spreadsheet will be dropped after the kickoff. Well, I'd like to obviously thank you guys for tuning into the stream. The stream's going to be going off now, but for those of you who want to stay in the call, completely optional. But thank you all again for joining the kickoff show. Hope you all enjoyed it. Good luck this season. And see y'all on the track.